Jay. And Cruikshank there trying to keep that proximity in the BMW, but Hayden starts to pull away this time. Cruikshank uncharacteristically wide there this time and has to go down the inside, grabs a little bit of dirt with the front wheel, and Jason Hayden with a nice lead run. Remembering they are on a more radial tyre, not the semi-slick. There is a big difference in how the characteristics of the cars handle. Hayden there a little bit tight on that corner, but he's got the proximity out. And Jason Hayden will get the win in this and go through the
championship down in Winton. Okay, time to check out some of the highlights of the top 16. Drew Donovan up against James Abbott.
Abbott sticking it a little bit too close to Drew Donovan there and making a mistake and going wide, but then across the finish line, Donovan having mechanical issues. Fortunately able to come back out on track after those mechanical issues, put in a bit of a chase run with Abbott.
Battle Brody Mayer taking on James Abbott. Now Abbott's been fighting some mechanical gremlins in the previous rounds. What can he do here? Oh no! Contact made in the first corner. Look at the proximity there. Brody Mayer's worked so hard. They've revamped this car, put the 180 front end on it, and a little bit of contact there. That'll take a bit of shine off that back quarter there of Brody Mayer. And I'll finish this battle out though. Hasn't really thrown him off the line too much there. So James Abbott will still power on there, and Nigella, as they love to affectionately name the car, side by side in the final. Looks like conditions changing here at Winton Motor Raceways. Ben Hodges leads them out and the windscreen wipers are on. This is going to change absolutely everything. Look how slippery and greasy it is on track. The wheels have barely any traction at all, and he's doing a great job, Benny Hodges, just to control the wheel speed at the rear. Matt Murphy, can he stay with him now? Ben Hodges opens up a little bit. Murphy wide again. I don't know how these drivers are doing it in these conditions. It's just come out of nowhere, the rain. We saw the clouds rolling in earlier, but
we've already locked one of the Blaze unit crew through to the final 8. James Abbott looking to join Scott Shemry now, but the Queenslander is just not going to go out without a fight. Good proximity now.
Real close and also winding on a little bit more angle than Abbott's, but you can see if you compare the angle of Rosenblatt's bonnet to Abbott's as they come around here, or Abbott winding on the angle there, but Rosenblatt in that chase, how do you maintain?
Let's see if Michael can get nice and close on the door.
Tight on the entry there from Pros, but he is leaving Glenn a bit of room, knowing that he's the quicker car. Switching back now through the middle section before the final switch into turn 6, where I'm sure Pros is going to get all over Glenn Atkins, and here's the tuck in.
Nice from both the boys there, putting on a show. Oh, in the smoke, well done.
Twin Turbo LS 350Z, my bad.
Yeah, you got a couple numbers wrong. We're just turning it around. The kid in the lead. Game On Motorsport Supra. Got a few battles cars and that thing, but listen to that 2JZ sing. Angus putting on a good lead for Rob to chase.
Ready for next season. He's going to step up to pro when he does it. All right, here we go. Matty Murphy, Flash Smith. This will be a big one. We know Flash loves this track. Matt Murphy learned to drift in first competition drifting, was actually in one of Flash Smith's events where he was bringing up the youngcomer. So it is really the master versus the apprentice, this one. Let's see how they go.
Well, the Zoo Performance Pro-Am category top 16 underway now.
Basically planning it and trying to blind the car behind him. I mean, as you go on board here, you'll see how effective that is. As soon as Yates is on the power, that car pretty much disappears, especially up the hill. Lots of angle, but you can't keep an eye on exactly what you're trying to chase and how close you're willing to get. I mean, it's easy to kind of...
Oh, he is fired up as we head into our next battle. It's going to be Angus Kidd in the Triways Transport Supra. No behind. It's Andreas Skevis there, and he goes too wide after getting back here in the High-Tech Oil Series, and he goes out wide, led out there by Angus Kidd with that super number 1 as we check out the tries replay. All the angle on for Angus Kidd, and he has to straighten the wheels up there to slow it down, and Andreas just gets sucked in and goes out on turn number 1 and spins out. That's going to be to throw it in there. The initiation is really wide from Omeron. He's off onto the dirt, and Jansen again knows exactly where to be, being the home track, and we can hear the sand coming up under the 86 there for Glenn Mulberod, and there'll be a little bit of frustration, I believe. You can see it in the hands. And Roger Hansen will drive through there in the S15. Just getting another lap done. He's done so many here at the Bend Motorsport Park here in South Australia, and it's so fantastic to have Roger Hansen.
They aren't able to compete for a single position on this podium, tied up by the Kiwis, Chad.
Unbelievable, isn't it? It's Woolhouse with the advantage. Supra leads the way now. In the hands of one very talented lady, Jodie Verhulst. but that is a great chase run once again from Fangaden.
And next up we've got Saxon Moyes in his brand new GT86 taking on Rob White, who's in a borrowed car, not his usual 370Z, unfortunately having gearbox dramas the most of the way through it. Doing a really good job in the borrowed vehicle there, lent to him by one of the Pro-Am drivers, but
going to be a little bit nervous after that chase run, but he throws it in here nicely. The car looks like it's going to pull up on lock as well. Janssen just puts the nose of the S15 in there. Wait for the transition back. Janssen doing everything right as a chase car here at the moment. These testing conditions here, the final corner as they come out. Bit of a shame for the Illawarra towing competitor. It's a chase run for me. We're going to see Roger.
RX-7 of Daniel Christic in the back. Big quad rotor that seems quite difficult to keep up on song, because we've seen a couple of times earlier tonight just straightening up, trying to maintain pace with the lead car. And while a big boy rotary like that might be good on a bigger circuit, it's difficult to keep on song. But maybe that mistake from Tui there, dipping into the outside ditch through that bottom straight, could cause him issues. I don't know if it'll be enough to overcome the straight car.
Finio here in the wheel shop, S15. Levi nice and tight. It should be a good chase from Clarkey. Finny on limiter. He had dramas again this weekend with his car. Unfortunately, I think he fried some piston rings, so he didn't have enough power. He was sitting down a gear, just sitting on limiter. He said, I'll blow the thing apart if I have to. And look at that chase from Levi, and what a run from Finny. Down on power, but put it on his
Information there from the judges, and of course Kitten Ultra, our sponsor, Michael Prosnick going through. Now Justin Gruner up against Anthony Billick. Anthony Billick, a very familiar name here, who's one of the only ones still piloting an SR through the series in that AAA Tyre Factory S13.
The only one.
Really digging that fluoro wheel combo as well.
And this car is looking very clean now with the fresh paint job on it. Getting chased down by James Keogh, who spins the car out, unfortunately. And that will be a huge advantage to Tanti.
yeah, James unfortunately breaking his own 86 just before this battle, so jumping into a big brother's car, taking that one out there and having a crack. So this is the first laps he's done in this car, so doing a pretty good job to be out there and keeping it going, but Damien Tanti will get the win for this one.
Yeah, it's a very clean car, isn't it?
Okay, so he's going to have to go back to the pits. He's elected to take a 5-minute break to get it fixed, which is his right. We're going to push right on now with Scott Shemry. He's opened up a nice gap ahead of Andrew Day.
A little bit of a faint entry there and getting a lot of angle and a lot of smoke as he comes through that outside clip nice and wide. Exactly what we're looking for. Heaps of angle on the transition back. Perfect. Look at that.
Dale Campaign taking the lead over Mark McTurnan. Dale Campaign, a #1 qualifier here this weekend, coming off some success from South Australia where he was runner-up, and he puts the GH Haulage 1-meter quick into turn #1, transitions back, maintains that control. Look at him as he makes his way out of the background. McTurnan goes off. And that will be... Got Moa Hooley in the top 16, so he's missed out on a little bit of driving as Roger Janssen really sticks it out wide, being his home track here in South Australia. He's already made a little bit of contact with that rear wall on the car earlier as Omrod just cuts the corner, goes across the dirt. It'll hurt him a little bit in the scoring there as Roger Janssen leaves him plenty of room, exactly what the judges wanted to see. And Janssen doing exactly the line that the judges laid out here this weekend at the Ben Motorsport Park. And Glenn Omrod doing his...
And Woolhouse, and away we go. Close. Very tight, and a spin for the Giz and contact. Big hit. Whoa.
Wow. Bit of contact there. Seems to be a bit of a lazy transition from Van Gisbergen, forcing Fangadan into that contact there as the chase run. I'll be interested to see the replay there, Chad. It looked to just come...
He tries to push through those mechanical gremlins. Next up it was Daniel Mesmer and his brand new 180 Barra Power taking on Daniel's shoulders. And Mesmer, this car's come out of the box, first time in competition, and just has superior amounts of grip. He was battling there with a little bit of steering issues, and we know he's done the diff overnight. He came out on Sunday when it came to battles, and look at the show he put on. Big smoke show, big speed from him. Remembering our top 8, we practiced all qualifying earlier in the weekend. Collins, though, sets himself up, switches back. He might have got it right this time as he leads out. James Abbott, though, has to do whatever he can to not make contact as Collins just drives away. A lot less power in that car, so you might find controlling the wheel speed just a little bit easier than it is for James Abbott with the big 2J. He gets up there, Collins, but he did spin off in that first one. That's going to be a massive disadvantage as we have a look at the Tri-Ace replay, Glenn.
Yeah.